Hello, Scorpio. This is a reading for Scorpio for the month of December. This is a bay leaf. We are in the new moon of Capricorn. So I'm setting the bay leaf with the intention of releasing anything that Scorpio needs to release during this new moon for their highest good. And we will burn the bay leaf. And as you can hear, I have two little dogs that are running around fighting with each other, being playful, I guess you'd say. All right, so we are welcoming in the new, but I wanted to do kind of like a release for you for the beginning of this month, so that we are in a new moon. We want to go ahead and make room for what we need to, what needs to come towards us. So Scorpio, I'm going to go ahead and lay down the first layer of your cards. This will be in fast forward, because I'm going to take a minute with the cards as well. I have our spirit candle for clearing and protection, calling in spirit for the highest good. I've burned some sage, and as you just saw, I welcomed you in to be here during the release for the bay leaf. I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell so spirit knows we're ready to get started. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing, I do off camera, but I figured since I'm going to speed up the first layer of cards, that I could have you join me for this part. All right, so let's begin. Okay, Scorpio, this is actually a very beautiful reading where I want to get into the first layer, and then we'll go ahead and clarify some of these cards. We start over here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is the Charity card, the giving and receiving card. So with this coming out in reverse, this is showing me that you have been in the past where your life hasn't been very equal. There hasn't been an equal giving and receiving. So whether that is you are giving more or taking more, I feel like you are giving too much in certain things, and I think that's what you are learning. So that is definitely good. We're going to clarify that, but I want to get down here. It looks like you're going towards your passion here with the Knight of Swords, and you have some ideas or clarity on what you want to do, and you're grabbing that. The page is the one who grabs the ace, and you have grabbed an ace of swords whether this is your truth, your clarity, an idea of what you're wanting to do. You've grabbed that already, and you are charging in here with the Knight of Swords. So this is showing me that you're actually taking action. There might have been a lot of talk, more talk than action in the past. And it's like you got this spark and you're running with it. You're being the knight, I guess you'd say, in your own story, where you are charging forward to make your life move to calmer waters. You're realizing that only you can change things. Now here we have at the very center of the reading the King of Pentacles. Kings are this is you and your masculine side, okay? So and the King of Pentacles, this is everything. The kings are representing you, not only your masculine side, but everything here in the concrete world here with the King of Pentacles. You are planting your seeds and building a legacy and realizing that you're going to put in the work and make your life better. You're going for the Nine of Cups, and that is a very healthy way to go, because we need to reach the Nine of Cups before we can get to the 10. As you see, the 9 has only one person in there that's representing you. That's where you're going to fill your cup and be happy and emotionally satisfied with everything that you want in life alone before you bring somebody else into that. And then here you are in the reading, King of Swords. And then we have our Queen of Cups. Now the queens represent your feminine side. And they, instead of doing things that represent the concrete world, the queens represent how you perceive how things are going, your intuition, all of that. So that came out with the Four of Swords. So I feel like actually here, the King of Swords, you, Scorpio, I'm sorry, are a water sign. So this would be representing you being in your logical mind, thinking more clearly, cutting things out, and all of that. Here is the Queen of Cups. This would be more representative of you showing up in your reading, and your feminine side, perceiving that you need to do things in a healthy way, take the time out that you need if you need it, but you're really going about things for yourself. It's like you're realizing no one's going to do it for me. I really want to do this, and I'm done talking about it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab the Ace of Swords and I'm going to run in and turn my life around, turn the boat around, calmer waters. I'm trying to build this legacy, this happily ever after, and get everything that I've wanted. And by doing this is very healing. And then here we end with the Chariot. As you can see, the star on his head is the 8-pointed star. That is the same star in the star card. And his armor is made with moons. So not only do we have the yin and the yang, the head and the heart, the healing, that we are finally coming into victory. This is going to balance out what we need to balance out and bring us into victory. But we also have we've faced our fears, we've poured our waters into it, you know, with the emotions and the Star card. The Star card is the water bearer. That's where we are pouring what we have, pouring our sadness. You know, our cups can be full. But sometimes they're full of sadness and we need to pour those out. And I feel like we have a lot of knights under the deck. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have a lot of knights. We're just missing the Knight of Cups here, and we'd have all of the knights. So you are definitely charging in with passion and spark, going for what inspires you. You're going in fearlessly, but you're also going in maturely, I guess you would say. This is reliable and hardworking. So we're going to clarify this reading. But what I see here is so beautiful so far as you know, a lot of times we can, when we're younger, we can blame other people for how things have turned out. Not accept responsibility, different things like that. Even if, you know, the situation you're in is somebody else's fault and you don't really need, you know, like by accepting responsibility of knowing you're the only one going to get yourself out. So let's clarify the 5 or the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Actually, I'd like to clarify all of the, yeah, let's clarify the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups. Now we have all 4 knights. So here you are. Yes, this is kind of still, you know, like making me feel like you were the one that was giving the shirt off your back. And that's not a bad thing. But when you're giving to try and get people to like you, or when you're giving maybe what you don't really have. So with the 6 of Pentacles, this is about an equality, to where if I have this excess, you know, I have my pentacles and all of my bills and everything are taken care of, but I have this over here, then it's okay for me to help someone else or give, you know, give from the excess. But if you don't have the excess, or it's not mutually reciprocated in a sense of you're always giving for, let's say, the wrong reasons, for someone to like you, or for, you know, whatever reasons, however that resonates for you. You were in your Knight of Cups. So whether you were, you know, that's the knight in shining armor, the one that's in love with love. So I feel like you were coming in to help people, so to speak, for that, you know, to suit them, for them to be a suitor type thing. And look at here, under the deck with the Knight of Cups, we're clarifying the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And here's the scales, here's the Six of Pentacles. So you were definitely coming in with your emotions to try and be there for other people. And there was an inequality or a imbalance to that. And I feel like you are now, sorry about that, those noises. Okay, so let's clarify the Knight of Wands. So here is the Princess of Cups. In this deck we have Princess and Knight and then Queen and King. So the Princess, this would be like the Page of Cups. And then we have the Page of Swords over here. So we have a lot of court cards going on. I feel like when we go from Page to Knight, that is showing growth and maturing. So here is you in your element of cups and water, and you're going for your passion, and you're realizing, I'm doing it the wrong way. You know, I'm trying to get people to like me by giving them things or buying them things or whatever, and giving them what I don't really have. Instead, I'm going to go for what I want and get myself to here, build my legacy, get what I want to make me happy without anybody else, and then everything else will fall into line. And look at that, there's the Ten of Pentacles. I think that's what that's what's under the deck, what you're realizing. You know, I'm giving my wealth away. I need to build this is what I want. Ideally, I want my Ten of Pentacles, meaning I'm building a legacy and I want to share that with someone. So let's clarify the Page of Swords. There's the star, the 8-pointed star here that I was talking about, that is on his crown. So we have the Star card, bearing that water. So you've grabbed, this would represent the water bearer who could have been filled with sadness. You know, we always talk about you can't, you know, if your cup is empty, so to speak, but sometimes your cups can be full, but they're full with the wrong thing. They're full of sadness. So we need to, in order to heal that, we are going to pour out what we've learned, because we are upgrading, we are leveling up. So I feel like with the hope and faith of the star, you know, with this clarity that obviously there has been an Ace of Swords that came out that gave you this aha moment, this clarity of, I'm doing it all wrong. And you've poured your, you know, she's naked, as you can see. This is her bearing it all, being vulnerable, pouring out her sadness and grabbing that that Ace of Swords. Sorry, there's a grabbing that Ace of Swords and going for it. What do we have here? Oh, and the moon. We have the star and the moon. Beautiful. Okay, so I've said in previous videos, these little things that kind of look like teardrops or raindrops, this is actually yads. It's like Hebrew, and these represent the download. So it is in the moon, that's when we are receiving a download, when we are receiving that intuition or that gut feeling that we are needing to have you realize. So with that, we also get that with the aces as well. So this is showing me that you received that download, you received the information that you needed to, and you're pouring back what you no longer need. You're grabbing that sword and you're going for it. That is beautiful. That's why we have the major arcanas and the minor arcana. You know, we have some of these bigger cards. They have these big downloads, these life-changing, where it turns your life into a totally different direction, or this realization, or that leveling up. So here we have the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands, going. So here, the rocky waters, the rough waters here are going to represent all of these swords, or all of these wands, I'm sorry, represent battles that you have been through in your life now. That's why he's called the Wounded Warrior. As you can see, he's bandaged up, his arms in a sling. He's, you know, got something around his head. You are realizing that with that sword, I'm going to charge in. So we go from the Page of Sword to the Knight of Sword to move our, it's like fearlessly. I've been through all of this. I finally figured out why. I'm not going to keep doing this and repeating this cycle, and I'm going to take charge of my own life. The Fool. So this is where, you know, you're taking that leap of faith and going for it. It also can represent that starting over. You know, when we get to a new cycle, we start at zero. This is the Fool's journey that we're going through. All right, let's clarify the King of Pentacles. Nine of Cups again. There's the Nine of Cups. Here's the Nine of Cups. So the King of Pentacles, this is your masculine side. Going for what you can go for in the concrete world. Doing what you can do to get to your Nine of Cups so you can reach that and be happy and fulfilled. Where your cup is completely full over your head. I like this representation is a little better actually than this one. This guy is it's a little weird as far as that goes, but this is better because it's showing all of the cups are overflowing. We are completely happy and content. We have happiness all by ourselves. We're not relying on others to bring us happiness. And I feel like that's what was going on in the past, where that's why I was saying trying to get people to like us or something like that, where we are, you know, wanting to be liked to where we're giving more than we should be. Under the deck we have the Three of Wands. So we are establishing our strength in this knowing. We've made our decision, and you know, this is like waiting for your ships to come in. Like, you're making these moves, you're already in it, and things are going to start, you know, these ships of great things are going to come in, so to speak, of whatever it is you're going for, whatever your Nine of Cups represents. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups. Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, this is about winning at all cost. You know, before there could have been, you know, the fives represent like that imbalance. Almost like, I just want this, I want to win, regardless of who it hurts, so to speak. And what do we have under the deck? Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like in the past, there could have been a feeling of immaturity where it's like everybody else gets what they want. I want what I want. I want it, you know, in almost like an impatient sense of, why is this taking so long? I want this now, and I'm going to do, you know, like in that sense. And I feel like this, with this growth, you are if that's how it has to come, that it's not really happiness in it anyways. I feel like you're realizing that you have to be patient. You know, this is a card of, you know, these are our fruits that we're waiting to harvest. It takes time. A legacy takes time. So it's something that we cannot rush. Let's clarify the King of Swords. Really controlling our thoughts. Yes. So we have the Five of Cups. So I feel like in the past, I feel like you're finally mastered your thought process, your logical mind. In the past, you've cried over spilled milk. You know, like the woe is me. Why don't I ever get good things? Why does everybody else have what they want? And that kind of goes back to this. There's two fives here. When we get, you know, the fives, that represents that need for change. Let's see what's under the deck. And here's the Four of Swords, and that is this card here. It's almost like the cards that are coming out, they're representing the flow of how this is flowing on into the next. So this is talking about that healing. You've healed this, the glass is half empty part of yourself. The woe is me, why can't, why? You've taken the time that you've needed, and you've healed that, or you've found that clarity with your King of Sword. And what did I just want to say? I lost it. Yeah, basically the Five of Cups is that pessimistic attitude of life, of our emotions, being in our emotions, in that sense of the glass is half empty. And you've healed that part of yourself. You're in your logical mind. In the 3D world here with your masculine side, let's go ahead and clarify the Queen of Cups, your feminine energy here, with the Four of Swords. So the Two of Swords. Refusing to look at a decision. And this is bringing... We are needing peace in this. We are needing balance and needing to make a decision. So I feel like this is talking about, you know, when we're perceiving, the queens represent how we perceive the world, and the kings are how we navigate in the concrete world, in the 3D. So this is your feminine side, realizing you've taken off the blindfold and realized the only way I'm going to get peace and heal is by taking off this blindfold and making the decision to run my life instead of waiting around for things to just fall in my lap. What's under the deck? The Eight of Cups. So you walked away from your Eight of Cups to go find your Nine of Cups. This is so, wow. The Eight of Cups is walking away from what's no longer serving you. It's going, realizing that this is never, this is out, this has ran its course, so to speak. There is no more emotional fulfillment here, and that's where you walk away. You're walking toward your Nine of Cups. Let's clarify the Chariot. Healing from that sorrow and the pain. So that Chariot, that, you know, this has been a long, hard road with that. So much so that you've made armor from the moon, and your crown is the star. You've gone through a lot. You've had to balance your head and your heart, your masculine and your feminine, as we see going through all of this. And you finally get to heal from the sorrow, from the pain, from the broken heart, so to speak, that you almost, from maybe many broken hearts, you know, along the way. And then we end with the Ten of Pentacles. There's the Knight going for it, going the slow route instead of, I'm going to take it, I'm going to get it no matter what, no matter at what cost. You're going for it with the, at the responsible way. And we end with the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the King of Pentacles at the heart of the reading over here. This is just incredible. Wow. I don't know, I have these out here. These are some crystal cards, and I have them here because I thought I would maybe want to, you know, I love how sometimes these are like a healing advice or something to the reading. So I guess since I have them here, I will go ahead. I just really love how, I think this is going to be the new way of the new, I used to do layouts like this before, but it was such a long reading because I was doing all the cards. Either I thought about just doing the first layer off camera, but I think for now I'm going to go ahead and just do what I did with this one, where I just fast forward it. I do have my Star Tarot here as well, and I thought I might want to pull one from that as well. So I'm going to go ahead for maybe our advice or any final messages from the universe and what the universe wants to talk to you about. I'm going to pull one from here and one from here, and then we'll close out the reading. So if you're still here through this long reading, thank you so very much. Well, I can't even see how long it's been, but I just feel like I've pulled a lot of cards, so I'm assuming it's, but if you're still here, I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I would really appreciate any likes and subscribes. Definitely help grow the channel. Got 3 here. Bismuth. So this is for those looking for some psychedelic influence without swallowing the red pill. Lie on your back and take 10 powerful breaths through your mouth. Then break out of the tired gray thought patterns and get en route to a more colorful, energized life. It says rewrite your code with rainbows. So it's talking about people that are easily distracted, or if you're burned out, or if you're bored. So I would say if you're unhappy with the way your life was going, like how this started, then this is why this crystal is coming out. Its energy is focusing, conductive, and awakening. So it's almost like rewriting your life. Very beautiful and fitting. All right, let's get one from the Star Tarot and we'll close this out. There's that 5 of Swords right here. What's under the deck? The 9 of Wands right here. So we've got this lesson and this growth. And then there's a Tower. And it really does feel like you are rewriting, you know, you're breaking down your life, kind of how you've been doing things. And I'm not saying like you're I don't know how to explain it. Wow. This 9 of Wands is similar to a Chariot, where we have these wolves here. You know, these are sphinxes. Usually they're like a black horse and a white horse here. This I think is talking about, because you have, I'm not like, I guess that's what I was saying, is over here when you are giving too much because you want to be accepted and liked and things of that nature. Please understand, I'm not saying that you haven't been through battles, because you have been through 9 of them. The Chariot is a long, hard, you know, a victory after a long, hard battle. However, in the past, it's been in this energy of looking at maybe what other people have, or why does it come easy for them, or, you know, that glass is half empty, to where we could have been in a sense of imbalance of wanting to speed things up and all of that. So I kind of want to pull one more. The Tower, this is going to bring peace. You see the dove here. It's splitting everything right down to a new foundation, rebuilding, because I feel like that's what that's saying, is it was built on all the pain and battles that you've gone through and an imbalance. And when we have an imbalance, it's, you know, only a matter of time. All right, let's grab anything else. Wow, and there's Judgment, and then the Hierophant is under the deck. The Judgment card is a rebirth, a second chance at whatever it is. So this is, I feel like you're rewriting your code, you're rewriting your life, a second chance at life, a totally different way. The rainbow is going to represent, you know, pouring those waters, and the sun and the light and the divine hitting that sadness in those waters, and making that rainbow and cleansing that. With Judgment, a lot of times in the more traditional decks, it shows coffins rising, floating up to the surface from the water, and the angel above. And that's basically all of the parts of ourselves that have kind of died away, you know, that need this rebirth, you know. We've kind of gone through all these battles, so we've lost our happiness, our inner child, so to speak. You know, when you get that Six of Cups, that's talking about that that inner child, that balanced heart chakra. I guess I'm bringing that up because when we have, you know, there's children on that card, so that's letting us know, you know, like if you tell a child, I love you, the child is like, I know. They're not in their adult jaded self who's gone through all these battles, and you tell that adult, I love you, they're going to go, why? Or are you sure? Or do you? Or why are you saying that? What do you want from me? You know, a child doesn't have those thoughts. They're balanced and healthy and healed and all of that. And that's what this Judgment card, this Judgment energy of rising the stuff that has gone under the waters, that has drowned, and bringing it back to life. Wow, what a beautiful reading. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this. It's rewriting the code to your whole life, in a sense, finding your happiness. I mean, you're going for your Nine of Cups. You're, you know, you've got these downloads. This is just, you know, you're no longer in the lack mentality. You've made that decision. It's like healing your wounded warrior. And in a sense, that's going to bring you to your Nine of Cups. You're building your legacy, and then we ended with the Ten of Cups. So then you can finally have, it's like you've always known what you've wanted. You've always known that you want to be financially secure, and you want to, you know, you want to surround yourself, you want to have a family, you want to, you know, have this this legacy. And that's why it was struggling to, why, you know, I'm giving and I'm nurturing, and why is this so hard, and why is this not happening, and why is this taking so long, and why do I keep getting burned, and why do I keep getting hurt? you've had this clarity. You went all the way from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords, of how you think, with the downloads and everything that you've been cleansing. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, Scorpio, congratulations, beautiful reading. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.